Hello and welcome to this Snoofa tutorial. We're going to cover some financials today, and I'm going to do 3 different topics, starting with VAT and moving on to accounting codes and payment methods. So adding and editing VAT rates globally to your Snoofa system is easy. These rates are required, as only VAT rates created within this area of Snoofa will appear on your items and consignments, etc. So we start by going to VAT rates in system settings, and from here we can simply add a new VAT rate or edit existing ones. So if we add a VAT rate, we put the percentage VAT rate in, we give it a label and click save, and then you might want to add a 0 VAT rate for artist resale rights, and perhaps a postage 0 VAT rate. So you can see how easy that is to set up. Let's go and edit one now, because this is not likely to happen anytime soon. We'll delete that one. It's still there, it's greyed out, so it's archived, just so you can see that it was there at some point, just for your financial history. As well as this global setting, the default amounts for item categories and specific items can be changed. Please see our video on item categories, where we'll cover that in more detail. So that's the VAT rates. Snoofa allows you to include accounting codes, simplifying communication with your accounting system. It has the capability to automatically retrieve the chart of accounts from your accounting software, or alternatively you can create them manually. So it's much the same as adding and editing VAT rates. Once again, we're in settings and accounting codes, and we add accounting code, enter the code number for your accounting system and give it a name, and create new, save changes, and there it is, it's been added to the list, and we can go in and edit. You can't edit a code number if it's been used in the system already. And that's it, how to add accounting codes manually. So let's now move on to payment methods. You can add your own payment methods within Snoofa, and you can edit them and also hide them from public view, so they're then removed as an option for your client in the client zone. It's also possible to choose a default payment method, and this encourages clients to pay in a way that's convenient for you. So we can change the default payment method here, just with the drop down, and select the one that you want, and save. And we can add a payment method. We can add a fee if you want to charge your customers for using a credit card. It can either be a constant fee, so say £3 per transaction, or you can use a percentage of the invoice. So if we put in a fee of £3 per transaction, and you can have a cap. That's an optional limit of the maximum to allow per transaction. This means that when an amount to be paid is above the cap, a client is not able to choose this option, but an admin can override this. If the default payment method has a cap and the invoice total is above it, then the Snoofa system will fall back to choosing the bank transfer as the payment method. Because we have selected a fee of £3 per transaction, you'll now get a drop down for an accounting code from your accounting system. This you will have set up in the system settings in accounting codes, and the relevant VAT The active payment methods are available to admins for adding to invoices and settlements. And if you do not wish the payment method to be used, you would untick that and save. The is public. It means the methods are available to clients within the client zone to use for paying. And if you don't wish for clients to be able to use this payment method, you would untick that. And we'll create a new payment method. So there it is with its fee and the accounting code and the VAT. I'll now show you what a client sees when they're paying their invoice. So after the auction, the client receives an invoice questionnaire by email, and there's a link to the client zone, and this is what they'll see in the client zone. So they can then choose which is their preferred method of payment. These are their three options. So if they click online card payment, save and send, then when their invoice arrives, it gives them the option to conveniently pay online. So we can see that the questionnaire has been answered and that they have chosen the online card payment method. And once the invoice has been approved, the client is then sent the invoice and can submit a payment online. To use this option, you'll have to have a payment gateway installed, such as Stripe. If the payment method was changed to bank transfer, then the option to pay online has been removed from the client zone. Just to explain as well that in the profile of the client zone, this payment method option here relates to vendors' payments and how the vendor would like to be paid by you. It's not an invoice payment option for a buyer. I hope you found this information useful, and thank you for watching.